be trying to get away from my problems. Yeah, you can run, but you can't hide. I've been up fighting my demons, and they be trying to pull me in. Yeah, every night I seen them. I won't back down, I'ma beat them. Yeah, I've been up fighting my demons, and they be trying to pull me in. Yeah, every night I seen them. I won't back down, I'ma beat them. I'm starting to feel like I've been under pressure. I'm keeping my foot on their neck, I won't let up. I know when I fall down, I gotta just get up. I brush it all off, I'm better than ever. Been through a lot, but I'm never gonna settle. Know that I've been heating up like a kettle. Thinking back when I was studying dental. Now I got plaques coming on the way, that's special. Yeah, they all come from my spot, but I never stop moving. Gotta do more when I feel like I'm losing. Putting in work, that's the only solution. You the only one who you really be fooling. Damn, trying to find peace inside my head. I've been talking to God, but I'm left on red. I ain't got time to be feeling upset, so I keep doing my best. I've been up fighting my demons, and they be trying to pull me in. Yeah, every night I seen them. I won't back down, I'ma beat them. Yeah, I've been up fighting my demons, and they be trying to pull me in. Yeah, every night I seen them. I won't back down, I'ma beat them. We done came here to party tonight, celebrate for the rest of our lives. All the games, we gon' leave them aside. You know, man lie, woman lie, but the money multiply. We came here to party tonight, celebrate for the rest of our lives. All the games, we gon' leave them aside. You know, man lie, woman lie, but the money multiply. Hey, run it up, made a lot, but that's not enough. Got the labels all calling us, talking to me, but I hang it up, cause I got my fans and I'm proud of us. Never do it for the cameras, song a week and that stamina. Keep it going, I'm an animal, I unleash when they let me loose. I've been ready since like '02, getting my bread, now how about you? 100%, that's all I do, so now please don't talk about me. Sold out shows, that's all I see. Yeah, they said no I in team, so I gotta be MVP. Come on. We done came here to party tonight, celebrate for the rest of our lives. All the games, we gon' leave them aside. You know, man lie, woman lie, but the money multiply. We came here to party tonight, celebrate for the rest of our lives. All the games, we gon' leave them aside. You know, man lie, woman lie, but the money multiply. Hey, never getting too cozy, cause they all coming for me. Used to sleep on the rollaway, now the whole team got the rollies. Roll deep in the Suburban, backseat and she working. This the life that I dreamed about when I couldn't pay the room service. Now it's electric curtains, but I still just scratch the surface. I'ma get right back to working, till I get my mom's the Birkin, till I get my pops the new bands, till I get my bro a few M's, till I got the whole fam, they ain't never gotta go to work again. We done came here to party tonight, celebrate for the rest of our lives. All the games, we gon' leave them aside. You know, man lie, woman lie, but the money multiply. We came here to party tonight, celebrate for the rest of our lives. All the games, we gon' leave them aside. You know, man lie, woman lie, but the money multiply. When it come down to it, I'ma bet on me. Ain't nobody fuck with me mentally. Talking that shit, you dead to me, cause I ain't got time for my enemies. Told her come through, get ahead to me. Telling that truth, it'll set you free. I ain't like them, cause I'm all I need. When it come down to it, I'ma bet on me. Let me tell you right now, I'm the realest. Ain't nobody else ever do it like I did it. I ain't really had a competition in a minute, and a lot of other rappers out here flying spirit. I'ma stay consistent, feeling like a man on a mission. Ballin' like I play for the Pistons, but I'm Blake Griffin. I'ma switch cities, doing shows. I be living on the road, going all around the globe. When it come down to it, I'ma never settle. I be trying to get the bands like it's heavy metal. I'ma put my foot down, keep it on the pedal, cause nobody ever gave me shit, I had to go and get it. I've been here for a while like a veteran. Been through a lot, but it turned me to a better man. Everything I do is me and myself. Now I gotta be a legend when I put it on a shelf. When it come down to it, I'ma bet on me. Ain't nobody fuck with me mentally. Talking that shit, you dead to me, cause
Winners.
I like that.
My picks were 4-1 yesterday.
Best bet of the day. I got Ape Gonzo's pick of the day.
Come on.
It's over. You just stop it on that, but you just stop.
Oh,
Fuck out of here.
Wow.
How you gonna let dude do that?
Wow.
To
Show starts in 3, 2, 1. What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show, Friday, August 27th, 2021. Got a big show today. Got a pretty good slate of baseball games. Also have some college football. College football starting back up tomorrow. Eric has some. Eric will talk some soccer. Got UFC fights this weekend. Pretty big weekend in sports, actually. How you doing this morning, Eric?
Oh, man, I'm feeling excited this morning. Excited. Big news in the soccer world. Big news. You know me, I love my soccer, especially for my Manchester United. The man, the legend himself is coming home. Had to rep him today. The CR7. Ronaldo coming home, hopefully. But yeah, doing pretty good. Ready for a weekend of some good fights.
Oh yeah, got UFC tomorrow night. Then Sunday night, get to watch Tyron Woodley knock Jake Paul's fucking head off.
I'm torn on that, really, but I don't know.
I'll say from the beginning, Woodley. Now I got to ride with, especially because you got Matt and them. They swing on freaking Paul's.
Yeah.
They swing on his shit. So I gotta talk shit to him. So I gotta take the opposite guy. But I honestly believe Woodley's gonna beat him. I just think
I think he'll beat him.
Woodley's the best striker.
He should. He's
the best striker Jake Paul's fought.
Yeah. And let me just say, I'm not going to say he should beat him or that he's going to beat him. I'm going to say he should beat him. But you never know. I mean, Paul is a lot bigger than him. And let's face it, to knock any man out is accomplishment in the thing, no matter who it is, even if it's whatever. But
I don't know. When you got a guy that's coming in here like this, swinging at you, that's not much of an accomplishment. That's what that NBA player looks like. and then you fight Ben Askren, who's never been known for striking. He's a straight wrestler.
So he's fought a YouTuber.
Yeah.
His first fight. Then he fought a retired, almost washed up, some would say washed up basketball player who was 5'7", 5'8", 5'9", somewhere around there.
Oh no, I think he's
way smaller.
I think he's shorter than that because I don't think he was any taller than us.
Because I think I saw him listed one time as like 5'8" or something.
He might be 5'8". He ain't much taller than us if he was taller.
No, and then he fought a wrestler. Let's just say it. Ben Askren's a wrestler. Yeah. He's not a striker.
Even when he fought MMA, he didn't fucking strike. He fucking got you down, rode you, tapped you a little bit. It was all about control.
And then you're talking about he's pushing 40. What was he, 36, 37?
And he wasn't in shape. Asker didn't take that shit seriously.
No.
He was there for a payday. That's all he was there for.
Yep, exactly. And is that what Tyron's doing too? Because he knows he ain't got it. Does he have any fights left in him in the UFC?
I don't know. We'll talk about it on the next show. But did you see where they were brawling yesterday at the press conference?
Yeah, you don't mess with the man's mama.
Yeah, so I don't think Woodley's there just for a paycheck. I think it's gotten a little personal with Woodley.
Yeah.
And if he was there just for a paycheck, when he talked about his mom yesterday, that might have changed it.
Yeah, that may have been from, hey, I'm going to beat you to, hey, I'm going to whoop your ass tonight.
You'd think the athletes learn fucking Conor McGregor talking shit about Khabib's dad. Hey, Khabib was going to kill McGregor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, say whatever you want to about the dude or whatever, you know. Don't leave the parents and the kids and the wives out of it.
Over there where Khabib is from, with their religion, dude, you don't disrespect their parents.
Yeah.
They'll fucking kill you for that shit.
Yep.
But all right, let's get to the games today. Also, don't forget we have a big show today at 1:00 on GSR. We got a guest coming in studio. Independent pro wrestler Luke Savage will be in the studio with us at 1 this afternoon. Looking forward to that. So make sure you tune back in with us this afternoon for that. But all right, we'll start with the baseball. Then we'll talk some football, and we'll get to the soccer as well. First game in the baseball today, we have the St. Louis Cardinals at the Pittsburgh Pirates. Cardinals are -1.5 on the run line, -154 money line. Pirates are +130 on the money line. Over/under for this game is set at 8.5. The Cardinals are 2-4 in their last 6. They've been struggling offensively. Happ is on the mound for the Cardinals. He has a 1.9 ERA, 1.99 ERA in his 4 starts since he came over to the Cardinals. The Pirates scored 11 runs off of 17 hits last night. So I'm thinking maybe they probably used up all their hits in that one game, so they probably won't hit the ball with the fuck next couple of days. I don't know why that happens.
Pirates are like that,
but that
too.
seems, and the Pirates are like that.
They're like that all the way, because, I know you watch as much as I have of the Indianapolis Indians, which is the farm team for the Pirates, and they're the same way. Really, they go on these hot streaks for a game or two, and then cold as ice for a minute.
And Peters has been solid for the Pirates on the mound. I like the Cardinals here at the -154 just because Happ's been pitching well. Mm-hmm. And Cardinals offense has to get back going here sometime. I lean toward the Cardinals at the -154 in the money line. And I would say, I don't know. I'd probably lean over the 8.5 as well.
Over 8.5?
Yeah. Because I could see it being like a 5-4 game, 6-4 game, 6-3, something like that. Next game was the Arizona Diamondbacks at the Philadelphia Phillies. The Phillies are -1.5 on the run line, -250 money line. Arizona is +205 money line. Over/under for this game is also set at 8.5. You have Widener on the mound for the D-backs, Nola on the mound for the Phillies. Widener has a 4.34 ERA. D-backs offense has been better as of late. They've been hitting the ball pretty good last week or so. Phillies have lost 7 of their last 9 games. They've also lost the last 3 times Nola's started. Nola has a 4.33 ERA, but Nola is coming off a good start versus the Padres in his last time out. I lean toward the Phillies here. Yeah, but the D-backs they're not an easy out, even though they're not a real great team.
Yeah, after the All-Star break, they've started picking it up some. They're still last place in the National League, but their last 10 games, they're 6-4 or something like that.
I took the Diamondbacks yesterday on the +1.5, and they ended up winning the game, so it covered.
Yes, and that's tricky. Like you said, Philly's been on a bit of a lose streak. They're one of their last 9 or 2 of their last 8 or something like that. But it's time for them to break out of their slump too. They are one of the better teams in the National League, so I would probably go with the Phillies myself.
Yeah, I lean toward the Phillies, but -250 a little steep, and I don't know if I trust the Phillies enough to give up a run and a half. And I'd probably lean toward the over 8.5 on that game as well. It's just not. I just don't think that's a great pitching matchup. Next game is the Tampa Bay Rays at the Baltimore Orioles. Rays are -1.5 on the run line, -235 money line. The Orioles are +194 money line. Over/under for this game is set at 10. Don't look now, but the Orioles are on a 2-game winning streak.
Right.
Well, lost 19 in a row, and then now
They're hot.
they
They're
got
sizzling.
hot. They got hot all of a sudden. The Rays swept the Royals last week at home. They outscored the Orioles 34-8 in that series last weekend.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, don't the Orioles have the worst record in the whole league?
Yeah. And then McClanahan's on the mound for the Rays. He has beaten the Orioles twice in August. So he's had some luck. He's had the good against them. Orioles are on a 2-game win streak. Harvey is 0-3 in August, and the Orioles are the worst pitching team in the league. I like the Rays here.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna take I like the Rays at the -1.5. -235 is a little steep. Let's maybe you're gonna use them in a parlay or something.
Right.
But I like the Rays at the -1.5. The over/under on this game is kind of tricky because I think the Rays will put up runs, but how many runs is the Orioles going to put up?
That's something that's an unanswered question because you never know this season with the Orioles. I mean, the same way for several teams right now, but the Orioles are just the worst of the bunch.
McClanahan has been pitching decent, so I think I would lean toward the under the 10. I don't think
Under 10?
I don't think the Orioles are going to score very many runs this game.
I don't know. They are playing the hottest team though in the league though.
The Orioles bats caught fire the last couple of days though.
I would maybe be close to that, taking that. You say it's 10?
Yeah.
See, because also the Rays got that where they could put 10 against the Orioles themselves though. You know.
Oh yeah, dude. The last couple of days, there's been a lot of games that there's been over 10. A team has scored. Single team has scored over 10 runs.
Oh my God, I love the Texas Rangers, but they probably had 10 runs or more scored on them. I bet more than any team in the league this year. When they lose royally bad.
All right, next game we have is the Blue Jays at the Tigers. The Blue Jays are -1.5 on the run line, -174 money line. Tigers are +146 money line. Over/under for this game is set at 9.5. You have Matz on the mound for the Blue Jays, Manning on the mound for the Tigers. The Tigers struggle against left-handers. And, of course, Matz is a lefty. Matz pitched against the Tigers last weekend. He went 6 innings, gave up 1 run. Manning is on the mound for the Tigers. He's allowed multiple runs in all but one of his 11 starts. So he's allowed at least 2 runs or more in all of his starts but one. I like the Blue Jays here. The Blue Jays have I believe the better pitcher on the mound, and they have the better offense. I would lean toward the Blue Jays at the -174 money line, and I think I'd go under the 9.5. Tigers struggle a lot on offense usually.
Yeah, both teams right now are what are they 4-6? I believe both of them in their last 10 games. So they've both been struggling. He said the pitching, what'd you say that was? What's the line?
On what?
The runs.
Oh, the run line's -1.5. Or are you talking about over/under?
Yeah, over/under.
9.5.
9.5. I don't know. That's a tricky game right there. That's when both teams are so close and they're like kind of even. For some reason, I'm gonna go Tigers on that one.
Going with the Tigers. Oh,
I haven't watched them a whole lot this year, but I don't know. Something just telling me go Tigers on that one.
Next game we have the Cincinnati Reds at the Miami Marlins. Reds are -1.5 on the run line, -146 money line. The Marlins are plus 124 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 8. You have Wade Miley on the mound for the Reds against Zach Thompson for the Marlins. Always give out this disclaimer. Anything about the Reds, you might want to take with a grain of salt because I'm a big-ass Reds fan, so
Right.
I'm a die-hard Reds fan. But I like the Reds in this game. But the Reds swept the Marlins last weekend. They outscored the Marlins 21-9 in that series last weekend. Miley has been solid all season for the Reds. Marlins offense has been struggling. Thompson is 2-5 as a starter, and the Marlins bullpen has a 5.55 ERA over their last 7 games. Reds bounced back yesterday and beat the Brewers to prevent the sweep in that series. And the Padres lost again. So the Reds need to keep winning so they can build some distance between them and the Padres for that final wild card spot, because the chances of reaching the Brewers for the division are probably slim, unless the Brewers have a tough schedule left. But I mean, the Brewers could go on a slump. You never know. But
Yeah, the Reds are 8.5 back. 8.5. It's going to be tough to make
I
up.
think with like 37 games left or something like that.
It's going to be kind of tough to make up, but I mean, can never say never. I mean, but yeah, I think they're going to have to fight for that wild card spot and just try to hope for the best there.
I like Cincinnati in this game at the minus 146 money line, and I like the over the 8. You know, the Reds will probably score 5 or 6 on their own.
Yeah.
Most nights.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Reds have been having some hot bats. Yeah, I would definitely take the Reds on that.
Let's see. Next game is the Washington Nationals at the New York Mets. Excuse me. Mets are minus 1.5 on the run line, minus 210 money line. Nationals are plus 176 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 8.5. Espino's on the mound for the Nationals. Got Hill on the mound for the Mets. Nationals have been struggling ever since the All-Star break. If I remember right, the Mets lost last night to the Giants to close out that series.
I mean, but it's the Giants.
Yeah, Giants had the best record in the league this year. I would lean toward the Mets in this game at the minus 210 money line. Just the Nationals, they got rid of their best pitcher, got rid of their best position player, all at the trade deadline, and they're not a very good team right now.
Yeah, they had a fire sale, and I think they cashed it in on this season and just looking to rebuild for next year. And yeah, I think I really wouldn't bet on any national game this year, probably. Bet on them to lose.
Let's see. Next game is the Boston Red Sox at the Cleveland Indians. Red Sox are minus 1.5 on the run line, minus 190 money line. The Indians are plus 160 money line. Over under for this game is at 9.5. Got Rodriguez on the mound for the Red Sox. Allen on the mound for the Indians. I'm favored the Red Sox in this game just because of their offense. And the Indians don't have much of an offense right now with some injuries plus some of the trades they made. But the Red Sox, dude, they get hot. They can score 14 runs. I mean,
Yeah.
thing that does worry me a little bit about the Red Sox is their bullpen hasn't been very good. But I would lean toward the Red Sox at the minus 190 money line. I think I would lean toward the under the 9.5.
Think so?
I just don't see the Indians scoring many runs.
Yeah, they are on a bit of a winning streak. I mean, not streak, but they're 7 of their last 3.
Yeah.
Or 7-3 of their last 10. So, I mean, they've been winning here lately. And to win, you got to put up runs.
That's true, but I don't know. This Red Sox team.
Yeah, I mean,
But
it is the Red Sox.
But they're streaky as well.
And like you said, the bullpen is a little sketchy or can be inconsistent at times for the Red Sox. Like, I'd probably take the over.
And then the next game, I think it's going to be probably the best pitching matchup of the night. You have the San Francisco Giants at the Atlanta Braves. Giants are -1.5 on the run line. Kills me when this happens. They're -1.5 on the run line, but they're +102 on the money line.
Yeah.
The Braves are +1.5 on the run line and -120 money line. So that shows you that the books are even having a hard time with breaking down this game. But you have Gosman on the mound for the Giants. He's been one of the Giants' aces this year.
Yeah.
Fried is Atlanta's ace. This should be a real good pitching matchup. Over/under is at 8.5. And both these teams have been hot. The Giants have won 18 of their last 23. The Braves have won 16 of their last 20. The Braves have surprised me since the All-Star break because their offense has actually picked up some since Acuna Jr. got hurt, and that really don't make no sense.
Right.
I thought when Acuna Jr. got hurt that their season was probably done, but they've actually played pretty good. They've had some guys step up, but this is going to be a good pitching matchup. Gosman has struggled over a little bit over his last 7 starts. Beginning of the season, he was on fire, but he has slowed down a little bit. Fried has actually gotten better over his last 7 starts. Fried has a 3.49 ERA, but over his last 7 starts, he has a 1.57 ERA. So Fried's been on fire here as of late. Gosman has a 5.17 ERA over his last 7 starts. So he's been. These are 2 pitchers that's kind of been going the opposite direction here as of late. Giants have the best record in baseball. I don't know. This is a tough game.
How many?
I can see either team winning.
How many ninth inning comebacks have the Giants done this year?
Oh yeah.
Like, we watched 3 in a row in one series almost. Like, come on.
I could see. The problem is I could see either team winning this game. And I think I would probably lean toward the Braves just because they're at home.
Yeah.
that's really the only reason.
Yep. That's what I was going to say.
And a little bit because Gosman has struggled a little bit over his last 7 starts, but you got to take that shit with a grain of salt because he could come out and pitch a fucking no-hitter tonight. You really can't go by what the last. You get a little bit of a feel for it, but just because he's been off the last 7 starts a little bit doesn't mean he's not going to come out tonight and be on.
The ability is still there. It's not like he lost his ability to pitch. I mean,
It's just hitting your marks, cleaning up your mechanics a little bit. Let's see. Next game is the Houston Astros at the Texas Rangers. The Astros.
I hate this game every year.
Astros are -1.
Oh my god, I hate this damn
-1.5 on the run line. -220 money line. Rangers are +184 on the money line. Over/under for this game's at 9.5.
Yeah, take that because you're going to score 18 runs against the Rangers.
I was going to say, the Rangers, they don't have much offense anymore, really, lately either.
God, they have pissed me off so much these last few years.
I would lean toward the Astros, honestly, at the -1.5 because the -220 money line is too steep. But every time I decide to actually play the Astros, they seem like they all that's the game that they play like shit.
And here's the thing, though, with this game. This is an in-state rivalry. Dude, this is one of my favorite games to watch every year, but it's also one of the games I hate the most every year. Doesn't matter if like this year, the Astros are in first place in the division, the Rangers are in last place. But every time they play each other, it's a war. It's like, the Red Sox and the Yankees.
Yeah.
One team can be in first, one team can be in last, but it's like record stats, none of that matters for this game. The in-state rivalry, they don't like each other really. The fans really don't like each other. Houston fans and Ranger fans are always chippy at each other. So, like,
you're gonna get that in a rivalry.
Yeah,
man.
It's like I'm a Ranger fan. As diehard of a Ranger fan as I am since I've been born. Basically, that's how much hatred I have for the Astros. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I'm gonna take the Rangers.
Oh, we're gonna take the
And
Rangers.
that's dumb.
Eric's
But-
taking the Rangers as home dogs. Oh.
But it's dumb, but like I said, in this type of game, you throw out the stats, you throw out the records. It's like it's an in-state rivalry. Like every year, you just never know. But it's going to cost me, but I'm going to go with the Rangers.
Next game we have is another in-state rivalry. I have the Chicago Cubs at the Chicago White Sox. White Sox are -1.5 on the run line, -215 money line. The Cubs are +180 money line. Over/under for this game is at 9.5. The Cubs blew their team up at the trade deadline as well. They're starting Thompson today. He's primarily a reliever. And Chicago, so this is basically going to be a bullpen game for the Cubs. The Cubs bullpen has a 6.83 ERA over the last 15 days. White Sox swept the Cubs earlier this month. White Sox have won 64% of their home games. And they're 9-4 in Kuchel's last 13 home starts. I like the White Sox here at the -1.5 run line. These are two teams that are going in different directions right now.
But it's kind of the same situation as that Astros Ranger game.
Yeah.
They're good. They play each other hard no matter which team is good that year.
Yeah.
But I would go with the White Sox. So,
and I like the pitching matchup with Kuchel on the mound, and the Cubs are basically going to be doing a bullpen day. Next game is the Brewers at the Twins. Brewers are -1.5 on the run line, -134 money line. Twins are +114 on the money line. Over/under for this game is set at 9.5. I'm kind of surprised that the Brewers aren't bigger favorites in this game. I know it's on the road, but the Brewers are a good team. One thing that the Twins do have going for them is they don't have to face, or they're not facing the Brewers' top two starters in this game. But I like the Brewers here at the -134 money line. They're just a better team right now than what the Twins are. I mean, Lauer is 4-4 with a 3.59 ERA. Albert's making his first start in nearly 4 years. He has a 2.25 ERA this season out of the bullpen and stuff. This would be his first start in nearly 4 years. I like the Brewers here.
yeah. They're 7-2, 8-2 in their last 9-10 games. They've been.
They should have lost their last 3. The fucking Reds blew two games. Reds had leads in both those games and late in the game, and the bullpen blew it. And then the Reds put it on them yesterday,
I didn't see the game yesterday.
like 6-1, something like that. Sonny Gray pitched a hell of a game. I kind of lean toward the under 9.5 on that game as well. Okay, Padres at the Angels is the next game. Padres have been losing. I need them to keep losing. That Padres have a -1 or -1.5 on the run line, -196 money line. The Angels are plus 164 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 9. You got Musgrove on the mound for the Padres. The Angels haven't announced a starter yet, so that means it's probably going to be a bullpen day for them. And hell, the Angels just lost 2 games to Baltimore. So they're coming into this series real hot either. And the Padres aren't coming into this series hot either. They've been struggling.
Yeah, and they've got almost identical records. I believe this year they're both on 60 something wins apiece.
Yeah, something like that. I hate to say this, I would lean toward the Padres. Padres are the better team right now. Especially with the Angels, probably going to be a bullpen day for them, it looks like. I would lean toward the Padres. Then we have the New York Yankees at the Oakland Athletics. The Yankees are minus 1.5 on the run line, minus 158 money line. Athletics are plus 134 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 7.5. The Yankees were struggling, but then all of a sudden they've gotten hot. They're on a 12-game win streak. They have Garrett Cole on the mound tonight. He has a 2.92 ERA. The Athletics have lost 5 in a row.
They almost come back on them though. The last game,
Yeah,
they come back from 6 runs, or they was 6 runs down and come back and end up losing 7-6.
Manaea on the mound has a 3.77 ERA on the season, but he has a 5.56 ERA over his last 7 starts. I like the Yankees here.
Yeah, I would definitely go Yankees.
You got Garrett Cole on the mound. They've been hot.
He's tough.
I like the Yankees.
He's always a tough pitcher to go against.
And I think I would go over the 7.5.
Mm-hmm. And especially look at that firepower that the Yankees got after, getting Rizzo and.
Oh yeah.
And who else did they get? Gallo.
Yeah.
That one hurt. Oh, that hurt.
Next game is the Kansas City Royals at the Seattle Mariners. Mariners are minus 1.5 on the run line, minus 184 money line. Royals are plus 154 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 8. You got Bubic on the mound for the Royals, Gilbert on the mound for the Mariners.
Did you say pubic?
Bubic.
Oh, they said pubic.
The fucking Royals came back last night and beat the damn Mariners. Because I ended up being 4-2 in my picks yesterday, and I would have been 5-1 if it wasn't for the fucking Royals coming back at the end there. But I like Seattle in this game again, even though it didn't work out for me yesterday. But the Royals, Mariners quietly are a decent team, and they win a lot of close games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I would go Mariners on that game. Like I said, even though the Royals won yesterday, that was just
Seattle was in control that whole damn game, dude, and then blew it at the end. Gave up a grand slam, if I remember correctly.
I think so.
I was sitting here doing some stuff on the computer, and I had the game, or I had it on the Sports Center or whatever. You know what I mean? They were giving updates on the games.
Andy Dalton has officially been named Week 1 starter over Justin Fields.
I figured that was going to happen.
Yeah, would you? Would you start Fields right now?
I don't know.
Is Andy Dalton good enough to win you a game?
I think
yeah.
he is.
He's not going to do nothing spectacular, I don't think, but he's a solid guy that can hold you another week or two. I think sometime before week 4. Whether it's
Oh, see,
week 2 or 3.
I think it's going to be later than that before they have.
I'm going to
ever
call
make
it
a
early.
change.
Well, depending on how they're looking. If they go 4-0, it'll probably be a little bit later before. But if they go 0-4 or 1-3 in those games, in the first 4 games, then I see them maybe going, jumping the gun on Fields a little quicker. But I say within the first 4 to 5 games right now, I'm going to say Fields takes over.
All right. Last game in baseball is the Giants. No, that's the wrong page. Sorry.
Rockies and Dodgers.
Rockies and Dodgers. I was looking at the wrong page here. Dodgers are -1.5 on the run line, -260 money line.
Stevie's favorite team to bet against, the Rockies.
Rockies are +215 on the money line. Over under for this game's 8.5. You got Freeland on the mound for the Rockies. Dodgers haven't announced who they're starting yet. I really don't care who the Dodgers are starting. I would like the Dodgers in this game.
Yeah.
-260 money line's a little too steep, so if I was going to play this game, it'd be on the -1.5 run line. But Rockies are 2 different teams that on the road and at home. At home, they're one of the best teams in the league, and on the road, they're the worst team in the league. Mm-hmm. I really don't know why. You would think that you kind of would think that'd be
that air.
Well, you would kind of think it'd be opposite. You would kind of think they would be better on the road than at home because their ballpark's not a pitcher's ballpark at all. But they're totally the opposite of that. They're better. They're great at home, but they're terrible on the road. So I'd lean toward the Dodgers at the -1.5 on the run line.
Yeah, I would take Dodgers all day on this one. It don't matter who they're starting.
Yeah, the Rockies are just, like I said, they're terrible on the road. All right, that's all the baseball. Before we move on, don't forget we're live Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch with Easy Money, a sports betting show. Come join us. We're giving out winners. I was 4-2 yesterday on my Major League Baseball picks. Also, we're live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with GSR Gonzo Sports Room, 1 p.m. Eastern, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Got a big show today. Don't want to miss it. Make sure you tune in. Got a guest coming in studio. Should be a good time. Also, you can find Easy Money, a sports betting show, and GSR Gonzo Sports Room on Apple Podcast, Anchor Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcast. But anywhere you listen to podcasts at, you can find us. Follow us on social media. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all at Gonzo Sports Room. I don't know why I just now thought about that. But also, we now have merch. Merch for sale. Got the Easy Money shirt back here. Also, we had a couple new shirts drop.
Yeah, some cool new shirts.
We have this new shirt that's up on your screen now. It's the Gonzo's Wrestling Room shirt.
Yeah, I really like
It's
that
the
one.
GSR shirt. S has been marked out, and there's a W over it. Go check it out. That just dropped yesterday. I have a graphic of it up on the screen for everybody to be able to see. Also, we have the What's Up Motherfucker shirt that just came out as well. Make sure you check it out. It's the hashtag WUMF shirt. You want to check that out as well. You can find those at streamlabs.com/Gonzalez Sports/merch. There's also a donation page at that same link. If you'd like to donate to the show to help the show grow, we'd appreciate that as well. Also, we're going to be live tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern for the UFC Fight Night. Chikadze against Barboza. And then we're going to be live Sunday night at 7:30 for Jake Paul against Tyron Woodley. So you don't want to miss either one of those. Come join us. We'll be live on them too on YouTube and Twitch. All right. Let's move over to some college football. Man, I love saying that. I love that college football is back in, finally back. There isn't no like real big teams playing this week, but hey, there's some football back.
Oh yeah.
You have Nebraska and Illinois. Nebraska is 7.5-point favorites. Nebraska is under investigation for practice violations. They're returning 8 players on defense, but they do have their quarterback Martinez is back for his senior year. Illinois has 22 super seniors and 18 regular seniors on this year's team, so they have a lot of experience. They do have
next year.
They do have a new head coach, but I like Illinois at the plus 7.5. You're gonna give me 7.5 points, and with the experience Illinois has, I like Illinois in that game.
Martinez is a good quarterback, though.
Yeah.
But is he good enough to be one of them game-changer quarterbacks?
Is he good enough to beat the 22 super seniors?
Right. Is he that game changer?
The super seniors. I love that name. So they could start their whole. They could start
offense
22
and
seniors.
defense if they had
super seniors,
right?
Which is just the guys that are getting an extra year because of everything, because of the COVID stuff.
Right.
Then you have Connecticut against Fresno State. Fresno State is 27.5-point favorites. They're minus 6,000 on the money line. You can get Connecticut plus 1,600 on the money line.
They don't have no faith in Connecticut whatsoever, huh?
Connecticut hasn't played a game since November 2019. They had 20 when they decided not to play last year. They had 20 players that have transferred out. Fresno State is returning 74% of their offense from last year and 78% of their defense from last year, and their defense was top 40 in the nation last year. I like Fresno State here.
Oh, yeah.
Even giving up the 27.5 points.
Yeah. Wow.
And now, game I'm kind of interested in just because I want to see what they look like is next game is you have Hawaii against UCLA. And I want to see what UCLA looks like with another year of Chip Kelly there.
Right.
UCLA was 3-4 last year, but they're returning 20 starters this year. Thompson Robinson returns for his 4th year at quarterback.
They have a really good running back.
And they averaged 35 points a game last year, UCLA did. Now, UTEP was 3-5 last year, and they are returning their starting quarterback. Or wait a minute, that's the wrong game. Excuse me. Hawaii returned 7 starters on offense. I went to the next game. But I like UCLA at the minus 17.5.
Yeah.
I think
go UCLA on that one.
UCLA's offense is going to be too much. The UTEP New Mexico State game, UTEP were 3-5 last year. They're returning the starting QB. New Mexico State didn't play last year. They canceled their season. They did play 2 games this spring, and they went 1-1 versus FCS teams. So I like UTEP in this game at the minus 9.5. You have Indiana State as big favorites against Eastern Illinois. Indiana State minus 13.5. I don't know a whole lot about either one of them teams, but it's just hard for me to say. I'll take Indiana State at minus 13.5.
Yeah, you got odds on that Ball State Western Illinois game?
No, did they play this week?
Yeah. Oh no, they play. No, they don't. I was looking at the wrong thing. They play the 2nd.
Okay, so they play next. They play.
Yeah.
Next week.
It switched over to the other page on me. I was like, "Whoa, what happened here?" I didn't think they played, but
Yeah, like I said, there ain't a whole lot of like big schools playing, but hey, there's some football on. So
yeah.
be a lot of stuff to watch on Saturday. Before we get to the picks of the day, I know Eric has some stuff broke down for the soccer. Is it some kind of tournament that's going on?
No. You just got the Premier League and
The league.
all the leagues are starting back
The
up
league
now.
is just starting back up. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, there are some tournaments that's
I'm
going
a big
on.
sports fan, but I'm not going to lie. I don't know much about soccer. So I'll let Eric kind of take over and talk about this soccer for a few, and then we'll get to the picks of the day before we get out of here.
So we got a whole lot of change going on. You know, first of all, you have Messi that left Barcelona after he went when he was a kid to their academy, La Masia Academy, when he was like 8 years old or something. And
Yeah.
so here he is, like 33, playing for the same team his whole career. Legend of the game, one of the all-time greatest. Went to PSG. PSG is playing Reims, which any game this year, just take PSG. They've got so much firepower.
Well, I didn't understand about
Even
that.
even if they leave, even if Mbappe ends up leaving for Real Madrid, I mean,
Is Mbappe just leaving because he wants to be the biggest star on the team? Is that? I mean, why would he leave after?
PSG
You know, what I mean,
is in a crap league.
okay, he wants to play in a different league.
Yeah, and they're not very competitive. They win it most years. Lille actually won it last year because there was PSG had some injuries, so they went all out. Got Sergio Ramos from Real Madrid. Got Messi, Wijnaldum. Got a whole bunch of people coming back. They should, just walk through that league no problems. So I would go PSG versus Reims on that. Then my favorite is the Premier League, and we got Man City versus Arsenal. That's tomorrow, and I'm going Man City on this all the way. They got Grealish. Man City's, I hate to say it, they're one of the best teams in the world right now. But I'd definitely go Man City over Arsenal. Then you got my boys, Manchester United. They're taking on Wolves on Sunday. And I'm going Manchester United. We're hyped. We got Varane coming in. We got Sancho coming in. We got possibly the return of the greatest football player of all time, Ronaldo, coming back. The fans are going to be hyped because of that. They're going to wax Wolves. I'm going to go ahead and say it. They're going to wax Wolves this. And then you got Tottenham Hotspurs versus Watford. That's the game Sunday. Tottenham's started out hot. They won their first 2 games. They got a new coach. I believe Harry Kane will be back in this game. So I would definitely go Tottenham over Watford on that one. What do we got here? And then you got West Ham versus Crystal Palace tomorrow. And West Ham's playing good. Crystal Palace, not that great of a team. Mikel Antonio is on fire. I mean, Benrahma's on fire for West Ham. I mean, they're playing good right now. And who knows, could they get Jesse Lingard back? Well, not before this next game, but so we'll see. But I definitely am going to go West Ham over Crystal Palace on that one. And then the last one that I'm going to pick for this one is going to be the game of the week. Liverpool versus Chelsea. The last 2 Champions League winners facing against each other. Liverpool are almost at full strength. They had Van Dijk out last year. Chelsea's playing hot. They got Romelu Lukaku from Inter. Dude's a stud. I mean, I think Christian Pulisic will be out for this game. for Chelsea. I believe he maybe is doing a COVID protocol thing on that one. Everybody's going to say Liverpool, no, because of Van Dijk's back. But he can't handle Romelu Lukaku. No. So I'm going to go Chelsea on this one. And that's going to be a hell of a game, that Liverpool versus Chelsea game. But I'm going to go Chelsea on that one. They did me good whenever I bet on them for the Champions League over Man City. So let's go. And those are my 5 picks for this weekend.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Eric knows his soccer. I don't know shit about soccer. I'm not going to even try with soccer. All right, I'll give out my picks on the baseball. Do you have any picks for baseball?
Nah.
Right. For baseball today, I'm going to take the Cardinals, money line over the Pirates. I'm going to take the Rays, money line over not money line, -1.5 over the Orioles. Taking the Reds, money line over the Marlins. I like the White Sox -1.5 over the Chicago Cubs. And the Yankees, money line against the Oakland Athletics. That's my picks for today. Also, I'm going to give out a few college football picks just because college football is back. I like Illinois +7.5 against Nebraska. I like UCLA -17.5 against Hawaii. I like UTEP -9.5 against New Mexico State. And just because it's an Indiana team, I'm going to take Indiana State -13.5 against Eastern Illinois.
That's going to be a game full of excitement, huh?
Oh, yeah. All right. Before we get out of here, we do have a couple of reminders. Don't forget, at 1 p.m. today, we're live with GSR, and we're going to have a guest in-house. We're going to have Luke Savage. There we go. We'll have Luke Savage live in the studio today at 1 p.m. on GSR. Don't miss it. Should be a very interesting conversation, I would say. So you don't want to miss that. Also, we have tomorrow night, Saturday night, we will be live with live reaction to UFC Vegas 35, Barbosa versus Chikadze. It's going to be a good card.
Should be a good fight.
Also has the Ultimate Fighter final for both weight classes. Good card, There's a good mixture of experienced guys and new guys on this card. Should be a fun card to watch.
Yeah, see some future
come
UFC stars making their debuts.
Oh yeah, we'll be live at 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night. With that, you can on our YouTube page. I think actually on Facebook as well. But you can find the breakdown. I broke down the fights yesterday. You can find the prelims and the main card breakdown of all the fights. So go check those out. And then also on Sunday, we're going to be live with live reaction to Tyron Woodley knocking Jake Paul's head off.
You mean today's version of Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali? That's what he said.
Yeah, he's fucking.
He said he's today's generation of Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson.
And we'll be live with live reaction to that at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. So that's some stuff we have coming up. Don't want to miss it.
Oh, shoot. Got the drum line going.
I ain't got time for my enemies. Told her come through, get ahead to me. Telling that
Also, don't forget we're live Monday through Friday with Easy Money, a sports betting show. We're live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch with that. 11 a.m. Eastern. Come join us. Easy Money. We're giving out winners. Also, we're live with GSR Gonzo Sports Room every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Come join us for that. Like we just mentioned, we want to have a guest in the studio today. You don't want to miss that. You can find Easy Money, Sports Betting Show, and GSR Gonzo Sports Room in podcast form on Apple Podcasts, Anchor Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Not anywhere you listen to podcasts at, you can find us. Also, follow us on social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all at Gonzo Sports Room. You can find me at Chris Gonzalez at Gonzalez Sports on Twitter, or Chris D. Gonzalez on Facebook. Also on Instagram at Chris Gonzalez. We now have merch available. Check out our merch. We had a new shirt drop last night. I had another one drop the other day. Go check those out.
When the sun is shining, it's time for Aperol Spritz, Ice, Prosecco, then Aperol in each.
Have the GWR t-shirt, as you can see up on your screen.
And a slice of orange.
Now available. Go check it out.
Aperol Spritz.
Then we have the hashtag WMF shirt now on sale. Go check it out as well.
Volume, copyright
You can find those at streamlabs.com/Gonzalez Sports/merch. We have shirts on there, got hats, have hoodies. Go check it out. There's also a donation page there if you'd like to donate to the show. We'd appreciate that as well. You can find that link in the video description. It's also up here at the top of the screen, and it's also down at the bottom, and you're going down or through the ticker. Do you have anything to add before we get out of here, Eric?
Yes, just got some breaking news. Just broke off of Fabrizio Romano's Twitter. Cristiano Ronaldo joins Manchester United. Official statement from the club announces he's back, y'all. The legend, the greatest footballer of all time, back where it started, back for United. Here we go. Let's go this year. Come on. Yes. You know how. Wow. Yes.
Also, before we get out of here, I want to give a big shout out to Bazanji and Justin Starling for the music you're hearing.
Check them out.
Go check them out. You can find them on Spotify. I'm sure you can find them other places as well. But both of them putting out some bangers, so make sure you go support them. Don't forget, we'll be live here in about 55 minutes with GSR Gonzo Sports Room. Hope everybody has a great weekend. If you're a degenerate gambler, hopefully you win some money this weekend. Check in the Easy Money. We'll try to help you out. Have a great weekend. We'll see you guys
Good weekend, everybody.
at 1 p.m. with GSR. Make sure you join us this weekend for the fights.
Stay safe, everybody.
Have a great weekend. Peace.
This just in, more doing less discussion. Killing every single beat I'm touching. Sick with it, need a Robitussin. Moving fast, but I'm never rushing. Damn boy, it's really other son. Say you poppin', but I know you wasn't. Not my brother and you not my cousin. Yeah, nah, we never buddy. I like to drink to my vision fuzzy. Money got me feeling lovey-dovey. I say a prayer to the God above me. Tell him I'm back, yeah. I gotta stay in my zone, man. Maybe I'll come with the dogs, yeah. Maybe I'll do it alone, yeah. Either way, I get what's sold to me. Never believe what's told to me. City on lock, I hold the key. We can't link, I got goals to meet. Yeah, that's facts. Put the island on my back. Grind cause we gotta eat, yeah. We the ones they wanna see, man. With the mob, talk that talk. Seiko peace, shit. Feel so big, talking Papa, Sean and Meech. We had some pride. Put it aside.